You're listening to 8158 Stories of Sacrifice, where we honor the bravery of the first responders and the families who stand behind them. Real people, real stories, real heroes. This is 8158. Welcome back to the 8158 podcast, Stories of Sacrifice, and I am your host, Rico Lopez. And today's episode is a little bit different. This one isn't about someone else's story. It's about mine. Over the last year, BriAnn and I have been working on something special. Something that goes hand in hand with the mission of the podcast and the legacy of the William H. Bill Butler Jr. Foundation. It's called Rico's Life Coaching Academy.
That's right. This is a special behind-the-scenes look at one of our courses, Understanding Trauma and the Power of Transition. We wanted to share part of it here on 8158 because so many of you listening have been through the kind of pain, loss, or transition that we talk about in the Academy.
Exactly. The Academy was built from real stories, from my story, from your stories, from every person who's ever felt like life broke them and didn't know how to put the pieces back together. We created it for the ones trying to build after trauma, for the first responders, veterans, survivors, and anyone fighting to find peace again.
These courses, like Transition from Trauma, walk you through understanding what trauma really is, how it shows up in your life, and how to move from just surviving to truly living. And this episode is a small piece of that, a raw and real conversation about what trauma looks like, what healing requires, and the power of choosing to transition.
When most people hear the word trauma, they think of something big, a tragic event, or a moment that changes everything. But for me, trauma was a lifestyle. It was waking up every day in chaos, never knowing if things were going to be calm or explode. And that does something to you. Your brain starts to see the world through fear.
And that's something I think a lot of people listening can relate to. Trauma isn't just about what happened to you. It's what happened inside you because of it. If you're listening right now, take a deep breath. Think about what parts of your life still feel like they're stuck in survival mode.
Yeah, that was me for a long time. Living in survival, not realizing I was still carrying all the pain like armor. Before I ever learned about trauma, I was living in it every single day. I grew up in California. My mom struggled with addiction. My dad wasn't really there. And the chaos was constant. When you grow up in that, you learn fast how to stay out of the way, how to keep yourself safe, how not to feel.
How old were you when you started realizing that not every kid grew up that way?
Probably around 8 or 9. I'd see families who sat together, laughed together, and it felt like watching a movie I didn't even belong in. That's when I learned to stop expecting stability.
And that kind of pain teaches you to survive, not to trust, not to hope, not to need anyone.
Exactly. When I got older, I ended up in foster care. And don't get me wrong, there were good people who tried to help, but I couldn't let them in. I couldn't tell them what was really going on inside. So I acted out, ran away, got in trouble, because being the problem kid felt easier than being the broken one.
That's a pattern so many people fall into, pushing people away before they have the chance to walk away. And if you're listening right now and that sounds like you're not alone.
Eventually, my choices caught up with me. I got locked up, and it's funny, I used to think that it was the end of my story. But it turns out to be the beginning of something new. When you're in a cell, there is no noise, no distractions, just you and your thoughts. And that silence forces you to face the person you've been running from.
Do you remember that moment when things started to shift?
Yeah, it was the first night I stopped blaming everyone else. Stopped blaming my past, my mom, my circumstances. And I started asking, what now? Not why me, but what now? That's when everything changed. That's when I decided I wanted to build something better. I got into a CDL program, studied hard, and earned a license. That was the first time I felt like I'd accomplished something for me.
That's incredible. And for everyone listening, maybe your version of that CDL moment isn't a license, but something else. A boundary, a goal, a step toward a better version of yourself.
Yeah, because the one decision to do better created momentum, and that momentum saved my life. After I got out, I wanted to do something meaningful, something that honored the fact that I'd been given a second chance. But I didn't know what that was until June 2024. That's when we lost Billy. Bill wasn't just a name or a badge. He was family. He was my cousin. He was a sheriff's deputy and a military veteran who had served his community with heart, courage, and compassion. He loved his family, his work, and the people around him in a way that made you feel safe, just being near him. The day we lost Bill, it broke something in all of us. It wasn't just a loss, it was a shift. It was one of those moments that makes you look at life differently. I remember thinking, someone has to tell his story. Not just how he died, but how he lived, how he showed up for others, how he gave everything for something bigger than himself. That's where the 8158 podcast, Stories of Sacrifice, was born. It started as a way to honor Bill, to speak his name, to share his legacy, and to remind the world that heroes don't fade away when we keep telling their stories.
And it's grown so much since then. From one story to hundreds, from one loss to a community that's healing together.
Yes, exactly. And through the process, I realized that the same principles that helped me survive trauma and helped us process grief could also help others rebuild their lives. That's how Rico's Life Coaching Academy came to be. The podcast honors sacrifice. The Academy teaches transformation. And together, they're a way of keeping Bill's spirit alive through purpose. Transition is messy. It's not a straight line. It's a daily decision to stop surviving and start living again. When you've been through trauma, whether it's childhood pain, loss, addiction, or service-related trauma, it's easy to think that part of you is gone forever. But it's not gone. It's waiting to be rewritten.
That's what Transition from Trauma is about. Rewriting your story, reclaiming your identity, and rebuilding from the inside out. And this conversation today, it's a small glimpse of that journey.
So if you're listening right now and you're in that in-between, the space between who you were and who you're becoming. Know this, you're not alone. Healing is possible, and your story still matters.
If today's episode spoke to you, share it. Tag us, send us a message, or tell us how it resonated with your own story. We love hearing how these conversations help you heal and find hope again.
And if you want to go deeper into this kind of work, this was taken straight from our first course, Understanding Trauma and the Power of Transition. You can purchase it soon or explore our other programs at beacons.ai/Rico's Life Coaching Academy. And keep an eye out for our upcoming courses. Each one is designed to help you keep growing, healing, and stepping into the life you are meant to live.
And as always, if you'd like to support our mission to honor heroes and families like Bill's, visit the William H. Bill Butler Jr. Foundation at 8158podcast.com/donate.
Thank you for walking this journey with us. Remember, your trauma doesn't define you, your transition does. Thank you for joining us on 8158 Stories of Sacrifice. Every story we share is a tribute to the courage and resilience of first responders and their families. If this episode impacted, encouraged, or inspired you, please subscribe, leave a review, and share with someone who supports first responders. Follow us on all social media platforms at 8158 Podcast for updates. 8158 Stories of Sacrifice is a team effort. Rico brings the stories to life through casting, writing, original music, and editing. BriAnn Shipley as production manager, handling booking, social media, graphics, promotion, marketing, website management, and logo design. Please visit our website at 8158podcast.com. For questions, collaborations, or to share your story, our email address is contactus@8158podcast.com. Until next time, let's continue to honor the legacies and remember the sacrifices of those who serve, every brave man and woman on the front lines, protecting and defending us all. This is Rico signing off and honoring 8158.